How's it going, everyone? My name is Mulder and welcome to the GameChron. Today we're looking at a video that is going to be focusing on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, what to build at your settlement first. In this video I'll show you where you can get some supplies and raw materials the moment you reach England, along with what 5 buildings I've built in my settlement first that have got me some great perks and upgrades right the moment I landed in England. All that and more straight ahead. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for a lot more. Now the moment you get your first settlement, you're going to have to upgrade your Blacksmith first. The game will then show you a monastery to where you and your raiders can take over to where you can get enough supplies to build it. But instead of going back to your main base, I recommend that you further explore east and southeast of the map. In total, I was able to conquer 4 monasteries in this area. Keep in mind, it makes life a lot easier if you're a power level 20 or higher. Keep in mind, there's also 2 forts in the area to where you can raid these places and get some supplies there too, along with the fact of raw materials and even a few new weapons. So definitely explore east and southeast the moment you go raiding for the first time. Once I conquered the 4 monasteries, the 2 forts, along with the fact a few other small locations, I was able to get between 2,500 and 3,000 supplies, along with raw materials between 160 to 180. With all these supplies and raw materials, you'll be able to build between 4 to 5 buildings back at your settlement. Once the main story builds you a blacksmith, the next place I recommend you build is your barracks. Once your barracks is built, you'll unlock 2 brand new features. The first is that you're going to be able to take out and put in brand new recruits that you get along your story at any time to your crew. Any type of side missions you do to where you can unlock brand new characters, like say a berserker with a bear, you can add to your crew to go sailing with you. But I definitely have to say that the biggest perk I've gotten so far from once I built my barracks is now you can recruit a lieutenant. You can fully customize this lieutenant to being either male or female, but more importantly, you can actually give the gear that you have to where you can make this character a powerhouse just like yourself. As you can see here, I focused on my lieutenant having dual wield axes, while also having some pretty high level gear as my main character does. Having a lieutenant now join you in the battlefield will make raiding a lot easier, especially when you're taking on forts or monasteries that are at a bit high above your power level. So definitely go out of your way to build a barracks the moment you have enough supplies to do so. The next thing I recommend you build with your supplies and raw materials is your trading post. Once your trading post has been built, you can go in there and sell all of your trinkets that you've been gathering during your raiding or raiding enemy bodies or just going around opening up random things. Unless it's part of a side quest or you're trying to craft something very specific, these trinkets really serve little to no purpose. So it is best to try to sell all these trinkets to where you can get between 100 to over 300 silver the moment you turn it all in. But the great thing about the trading post is that now you're going to be able to get some pretty decent weapons you can get, especially since your character is at a lower power level the moment you build this place. The bow and the greatsword, for example, are most likely going to be a little bit more powerful than what you're currently carrying. But what's also great, now you can get runes. These runes can now be attached to your weapons and armor, giving you boosts, say extra damage, fire or fire resistance, increase your speed. It really depends about which one that you want, but now you have an area directly back at your settlement to where you can buy these things. Another great thing about the trading post is that now you can buy tattoo designs, along with decor that you can put all across your settlement. So the trading post is definitely a place I recommend you build the moment you can. The next place I decided to build was the bakery. Now regardless of which one you decide to build first, be it for fishing, a brewery, or a bakery, it all goes towards your feast. The more places that you build that increases your feast meter, the more benefits you're going to get. But what's also great about these places too is that at least for the bakery, the moment I unlocked it, I was able to do a short little side mission to where I got a ton of XP points the moment I finished it. You're going to want to put in at least one building that increases your feast meter the moment you can. So what your base should be looking like now is that you should have a blacksmith, a trading post, a barracks, a bakery, or whatever other little feast building you have. But now the final building I'm going to talk about is completely up to you. The last building I focused on making was the Roman Museum. The reason why I chose to build the Roman Museum is that I'm a sucker for exploring ruins, especially if they're from Rome. When you go exploring in these Roman ruins, you're going to be able to find Roman artifacts. This is where you turn those in. Once you've collected enough of these things, drop them off in the Roman Museum to where you'll get a nice little reward once you're finished. Again, this building is more for people who like to go exploring, but if you're not that kind of player, then you should use your supplies and raw materials to build another building that best fits your playstyle. If you want to focus a lot on raiding, you may want to build your shipping yard, or if you want to go ahead and build another place to where you increase your feast meter, go ahead and do that. But these are the 5 buildings I decided to build first at my settlement. Regardless of whatever order or buildings you choose to build, the moment you start building even just a few of these places, the level and prestige of your settlement will grow. Once you unlock 3 of these places, your settlement will upgrade to colony level. This will increase your prestige of your settlement, along with the fact of getting some other new recruits to come join you, which since you build your barracks now, you can actually add those new recruits into your crew. But it's all up to you. I'll definitely be doing another video on the more advanced things I have in my settlement a little bit later on. But that's it for my Assassin's Creed Valhalla what to build at your settlement first video. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for a lot more. I'll be doing a ton of videos on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but until the next one, I'm Mulder, and I'll see you next time in the GameChron.